Good morning and welcome to the sixth episode of the Expert Bootcamp, the English lesson that brings to stage number one experts of leading industries. So as usual, let me check that everything is rolling properly here in our group, and let me place this live seminar at the very top of our wall so that I can give you everyone the chance to immediately watch it. Okay, here we are. I see that you're starting coming. Very good, and happy Sunday. Hi guys, good morning. How are you today? Okay, great. Here we are. Hi, Deborah. Good morning. Fantastic. So I see that a lot of ladies, and I do hope men as well, will join us in the next few seconds. Hi, Katia. Good morning. Welcome. Okay, guys. So today, as you know, I'm not going to be alone because today I will host a very special guest. She's a woman. She's a businesswoman. She's a very talented makeup artist. And she comes from France, but I don't want to reveal too much because she will reveal her amazing story in a while. I'm so happy to welcome on stage Laure. Just a second. Here we are. Hi, Laure. Good morning. How are you?
Hi, Monica. I'm very good. And you? How are you? Good to see you.
So nice to have you here, and thank you so much for having accepted my invitation. I know you are super busy because you are so talented, so I do thank you for your time this morning. So Laure, my students are super excited for today because I don't know if you know, and then I don't know the situation in France, but in Italy, starting from tomorrow, in outdoor places, the masks will not be mandatory any longer. So today couldn't be the best way to deliver this seminar because starting from tomorrow in Italy, it will be okay, it will be allowed to go around just in outdoor places without the mask. So the best occasion to show one's makeup. What about in France? Is it the situation similar?
I think it's pretty much the same indeed. Look, I live in Dubai, but of what I can see, and in a couple of weeks, I will be in France to spend my summer there. And I think indeed, no more mask, happily enjoying the terrace. Yeah, I can't wait.
So amazing. So French touch, let's say. Very nice. Okay, Laure, so just a second, I would like to share the presentation that we have prepared about your intervention because I would like you to introduce yourself, just to, share your story. That is really an amazing story. And then we will reveal our students what we are gonna do today. Okay, so fantastic. Just a second, so that we have also the visual support for the newbies. So Laure, would you mind introducing yourself and spend some words about who you are, where you come from, and the reason why you ended up in this career?
Okay, so I've been living in Dubai for 14 years. When we first arrived, I was in HR, so human resources. And the last position that I had in HR was a global HR director position based in Dubai, but I was traveling like a lot in the Middle East, but also in Asia. I was looking after some part of Americas and in Europe. The reason why I've changed, look, I've always been like a lot into like the beauty. I loved, looking after myself, my skin, putting some makeup on to feel the most confident, I could. And my husband, who was working as well in retail, was always bringing me like some goodies. And at some point, he brought me this beauty sponge. You probably heard of a beauty blender. And at the time, so here I have like one in front of me. And at the time, I didn't know how to use it. So I left it on the side like for a few months. And I was lucky enough like to be pregnant of my third child. And during the my pregnancy and maternity leave, I took some more time to explore what was this sponge about, and then I started looking and watching YouTube videos about beauty sponges, and soon, you know, I got addicted to makeup tutorials. I applied a lot of makeup on me. I was buying a lot of makeup, and at some point, I did a burnout. So it was for me the time just to quit my job as an HR director, and then to see if the beauty world was a world for me. So I started makeup on friends and for weddings, and I loved doing this. My friends loved it as well, and then I thought that I probably had something to do in makeup, but more like in the beauty world. And then I did a training, so I'm a certified makeup artist, and I was very lucky. Soon after being certified, I got contacted by one of the Cartier sister company called Piaget. They're a luxury jewelry brand called Piaget, and they contacted me because they were participating to the Dubai International Film Festival, and they needed a makeup artist to do the makeup for their team. So I went.
Wow.
Yes, it was quite prestigious. I did the makeup, and they loved it so much that they asked me to do the global CEO makeup, Shabi Nouri, for the Art Dubai, which is a very big show in terms of art, in terms of jewelry in Dubai, happening like every year. And,
fantastic.
Yes, indeed. And then I did I was introduced to Cartier. I did a very big event for Cartier with a lot of celebrities of the region, of the VIPs coming from Saudi, from Egypt, from Kuwait, from Qatar, from here in Dubai. So I think that this is how my career as makeup artist took off. And of course, I met so amazing women since then. And I think also, this is basically how it happened. I think I was very lucky.
It's really impressive that you changed from a corporate environment into a totally creative environment. And have you ever imagined such success, this kind of experiences to come when you decided to take that decision? I think that you have been brave because how did your family react? Family, friends, relatives, when you communicated them that you were leaving your career in order to start a new one, a new completely different one?
Yeah, I think it's a very good question. When you say that, I was very brave, I think you're so kind because I would use the word crazy.
Yeah, nice.
So I think, when talking to my family, to my friends, I had a very big job, as HR director, so a big position in a company, a very good salary as well. And then I was shifting, not just 180 degrees, and even not 360 degrees, but to something completely different.
Sure, yeah.
So, that's funny that you asked me this question because my mom was here a few weeks ago and we were talking about the shift that I've made, and she told me, Laure, I was not really believing, in what you were doing, shifting, being a makeup artist. I was like, what is she doing? And I think that this was a lot what my friends and family, thought at the time, but
sure.
Also I think they never told me. Only one friend to be, Laure, there's so much competition. I don't think that you will success. And I think this gave me strength to push myself further and to show them that I would be successful as a makeup artist.
And it's so nice that you are sharing your story today because, a lot of women that are women, but also men that are populating our virtual class, our academy, found themselves in a not very similar condition, but quite similar, because after the pandemic, maybe some of them lost their job, or maybe some of them working from home realized that the life that they were accustomed to was not a life that was satisfactory for them. So they were in that situation at that point where they started considering a shift, but some of them maybe felt afraid of the shift. So now that you are sharing your story, I think it's so inspiring for many of them, because you are really the proof that if you believe in something, you really can do it. So and now you're gonna show us. You have already showed the big success that you have achieved, and now you will also show us your talent. So I would like to start talking a little bit more about your job as a makeup artist, and we have prepared just a couple of questions to warm up, break the ice, and then let you on bring the stage totally to you. So a question that we were wondering about is what is the one product that you can work without? So the only product, the product that you cannot work without.
Look, I think that there is one product that I would use on myself or on my client, on my models. It would be like a concealer. So concealer is basically to hide any imperfection that you may have on your skin. It's not a foundation, and it's only like to just like some areas. And why concealer? Because sometimes you can only use concealer and not any foundation. So I think this would be like one product that I couldn't live or work without.
Nice, great. I think that this is a common problem, especially among women. For example, in my case, I always have to struggle with eye bags, because I know you work hard, especially in front of the computer, so the eyes are always very tired. So yes, I totally agree with you. Another question: what is the most memorable job that you have ever done?
After a year and a half, so only 18 months in this
Okay.
new career, I did the cover. So when I say like I did the cover, it's not me, but I did the cover for the first curvy model of the UAE for Cosmopolitan. So
wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Right? So Cosmopolitan magazine, it's a very famous among like young people, but young adult as well. And for me, it was a big deal because I didn't know any like makeup artist doing this now after like 18 months in that job. So I was really proud of me, and I think this is one of the high point in my career.
Fantastic, impressive. I didn't know that. Congratulations, great. Another question for you, Laura. What is, in your opinion, the most important quality in a makeup artist?
I think most of all is to listen to your client. So to understand what they're looking for, to understand what is the look, what is the occasion, they will go or they want to have a makeup for. What are the things that they don't like? So basically, when I have a new client contacted me, for me, I always try to understand what is the occasion, because then I can already like project myself, in helping and doing the makeup of the client, and also I will talk to them. So I don't like to do it like only like on WhatsApp or on Instagram messages, because I think that you're losing a connection with the client. So always try to talk to your client, and then also indeed understand what are the type of makeup they like, what are the things that they don't want to see in the makeup. Obviously, people who would reach out to me will be women or even men, but I would say like 90% of the women are my clients. But it's because they like the natural finishing of my makeup, the fact that it is luminous, that it is radiant. So the way that I'm doing makeup, it's not to put like tons of makeup on you and then for you to look cakey or powdery, but it's really like to bring the glow from within your skin. And I think this is why people are contacting me. And even like any type of nationality, it can be like from Europe, it can be from India, from like I have Arab clients as well. So yes, any type.
Fantastic. I think that you have shared, the secret behind Hear me? Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, fantastic. You have shared the secret behind how to deliver, how to meet perfectly the needs of your client. Because to listen to the client, to understand what the client is really looking for, is really what the secret behind meeting the client's expectation and deliver what the client really wants. So thank you so much, because it is something that I think it doesn't just apply to makeup industry, but to every kind of industry in general. Okay, Laura, so now we are about to start, because today we just don't want to talk about makeup, but we also want to deliver our virtual class a real tutorial in English language about the makeup that we have agreed upon together. Would you mind, before starting, just explain the concept about that is behind the makeup that we have thought about?
Yeah, exactly. So what we thought would be very useful for your audience today is to understand how we can create a makeup, not in an hour, but in 10 minutes or 5-10 minutes, for you to be ready for your video conference call, for going onto a meeting. And I think that, what we don't realize is the way that we're doing makeup on every day, and the way that you should do makeup in front of a camera is different. So I would say, like, today I put more makeup than usual, because I knew that I would be in front of a camera, and for me not to look flat, I worked on my face in a way like to create some contrast and some definition, and this is what I'm going to show you today. So I'm going to remove my makeup in front of you, and I will do my makeup in front of you and showing you all the product that I'm using, and tell you why I've chose those products and how I'm applying them. I don't know if the audience has the possibility to ask any question, but
yeah, sure. They have. In fact, now I'm gonna explain let's say the instructions. So now
Okay.
what Laura is gonna do is to show live to us a makeup that is perfect for all the business women that are populating our virtual class. I know that here we are full of women that have to deal with family, work, shopping, the house, pets, hobbies, sports, and the English studying. So you are super busy. We know, we are totally aware of that. And for this reason, Laura today will show us how to look perfect just in 5 to maximum 10 minutes. That we perfectly know is the time that we can dedicate to ourselves, because we are always super busy all day long. And then Laura will also show us how a perfect makeup for, let's say, a normal business day can be, let's say, arranged for the night, for a dinner, for example, just not to waste, again, too much time, but to use already what we have done in the morning for the business day. So the point today is to provide you a makeup that can be perfect for work, but then can be also converted for a dinner out with friends. And now that we are ready to enjoy our summer, and also without the mask in the outdoor spaces, so it's gonna be perfect. Today it's Sunday, so what the best day in order to, let's say, show you the makeup that Laura has prepared for us. I do invite everyone to take pictures, to ask some of your family members to take pictures during the makeup session, because then I really want our virtual class to be, let's say, invaded by videos, by pictures of you putting on makeup during the tutorial. I also invite you to make stories, a lot of stories, tagging Learn English with Monica. And Laura, what is your Instagram name? We will also write in the comments so that they can also tag you. Or do you prefer to communicate later?
No, definitely. So while I'm just preparing my skin, yes, I'm going to tell you. So
yeah, sure.
My Instagram is Laure Sejean, So L-A-U.
Okay, now I'm gonna type. I'm gonna type so that they can tag you as well. Fantastic. Okay, I just wanted to know the correct pronunciation because I don't speak French, unfortunately, so I didn't want to mispronounce your name. Great. Laure Sejan, you said, right?
That's correct, yes.
Fantastic, amazing, so nice.
So
Okay.
If your audience has any question, even afterward, they can always like
sure. Yeah.
And I'm happy to.
They will write, they will type in the comments all their questions. My team will collect the questions and then we will post the questions so that you will have the chance to reply. I do want also to remind the men that Laura is going to share also very meaningful pieces of advice about the skincare that will also be useful to you. So do not think that this is just a lesson for women, because men will be included as well. So now, girls, get ready to start with the makeup session. Be ready also to make stories, videos, and posts and pictures to be then posted in our virtual class. I am ready too. I have prepared my makeup bag here. So I'm ready to join. Now I will share the screen just to you, Laura, so that it will be easier for the audience to look at you. Just a second. Okay, so enjoy the makeup session live in English language just for the members of the English Academy. Laura, thank you so much. I will be here in the backstage following you. Okay, just a second. Thank you so much. Let me see from here. Okay.
Okay, so I know with Monica we said that we might not do skincare, but actually I've changed my mind, and because for me skincare is the most important thing. If you have one thing to do per day, is to apply your skincare. So I love to use first a serum that will bring some luminosity, some radiance onto your skin. I'm going to put 2 pumps on it, just like this, and then I'm going to press it onto my skin, just like that. And again, what I'm going to show you is going to last more than 10 minutes, because I'm explaining you the different steps. So the serum is good just to press onto your skin and not to rub, just to ensure that ingredients will well penetrate onto your skin. After this, I like to use an eye cream. I have a lot of fine lines under the eyes. So the one that I'm going to use is the Charlotte Tilbury eye cream. So this is this one in case you want. And the one that I used before is the serum by Origin Ginseng. So it's very good to bring out the radiance from your skin. And I'm going to use this just very little and to put under my eyes. This will help my under eyes to be well prepared for when I will apply some concealer, and to ensure that it's going to be well hydrated. So while I'm applying my eye cream, and you will see, I'm just tapping. So you can use your ring finger, you can use your index if you want, whatever makes you feel more comfortable. And then I will be using as well the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. I'm not sponsored, I'm not paid to show you this. It's just because those are the product that I love, so I thought that I will share them with you as well. The Magic Cream is quite a heavy cream, so quite thick, but it's perfect if you have a thin skin. And then I just while applying it, doing some massage, and I'm always from the center to upward. So it's a kind of doing a kind of a face yoga, I would say. And this just to lift up your skin. I would do the same on my neck, and then pressing the product just to ensure that it is well penetrating my skin. Moving on. So now we're going to do the makeup part. I know that we have some men in the audience. I'm not sure if you are applying some skincare, but I can tell you that I have introduced my husband to skincare, like only small steps, and he's loving it. So if you want to try, like only to apply some cream on you in the morning and in the evening, this is already like a good step. So, you know, I believe in tiny steps in any kind of routine we try to adapt. So before applying your makeup, it is good to apply what we call like a base or a primer. And I'm going to apply this one. This is to hydrate because my skin is quite thin. And again, if you want to create a luminous skin, which I like, this is what I will use. So this is a Laura Mercier primer, hydrating. So I'm only applying like a small amount that I'm going to apply onto my skin. Again, you know, we are like in the morning, we don't really have time. So I'm applying with my finger and still trying to be like gentle, you know, with my skin. And also, don't forget your neck. The base will help your makeup to last longer. So this is why, for me, this is a step not to miss, especially, you know, if you have like a long day with meetings, video conferences, video calls, this will help a lot. And then I'm applying my foundation. So the foundation, I prefer to use a brush, and the brush I'm going to use is this one. So it's an angled brush. As you can see, it's very easy then just to apply the foundation. I'm going to show you the one that I'm using and why I'm using it. So, but I have like different foundations. So this one is the Dior Forever Skin Glow. And, you know, you see, like, I'm not lying, I love creating some glow. This one is a medium to full coverage. And the reason I'm using it is because I have a lot of, you know, breakouts, you know, here and there. So I'm just like keeping it real and showing you that I don't have a perfect skin, though I'm working on it. So I'm using like 2 pumps on my hand, 1, 2, and this will be enough to cover all my face. So with my brush, I'm going to dip onto the foundation and see what it's going to look like. And then I'm starting with the center of my face. So I have like a mirror just in front of me, and I'm going to show you how I'm applying it. Again, and just really all over my face. And the reason why I'm starting with the center of my face, it's usually where people will see. So people will not, I'm not going to look at, you know, what is on the side, but really, usually when you speak to people, they're in front of you, right? So, and then here. So whenever I feel that I need a bit more coverage, this is where I will focus to put my foundation. And again, just to remind you, this is like a quick makeup that I would do before going on to any meetings, or this is basically the makeup that I did this morning, like 10 minutes before entering the call of today. And so you see, I'm extending as well the foundation onto my neck. I'm looking to the mirror to see if there is any like place or area where I need to blend more. So as you can see now, I'm tapping onto my skin just to ensure that there will not be any strikes of my brush seen, and that my foundation will look flawless. So I'm just looking onto my mirror. So I think it's kind of fine, yes. And then once this is applied, I'm going to apply some concealer. And as you can see, I have bags, I have fine lines, I have darkness under my skin, under my eyes, and this is something that we all want to hide. So for the concealer, I'm going to use a NARS. This is my absolute favorite. They have this one, it's more liquidy, but they also have one that is in a pot and that like with your finger like will be very easy like to apply. But today I'm going to use this one. So this is with a wand. When you're choosing, something that I wanted to say, when you're choosing your foundation and you go to like any beauty store like Sephora or any other that you have, you know, where you live, you need to check if your cheek and your neck is matching. Okay, so this is how you can do, because sometimes you would use like a lighter or a too dark foundation, and how I'm going, and then your concealer needs to be like one shade lighter than your foundation. So you see, I'm applying it like only in the very inner corner of my eyes here. So to create some luminosity, I will put like a bit here because usually this is where I have some darkness, and I'm going to apply it like on the other side as well. I like to apply here a bit, and again, it's because I'm going to be in front of a camera, but even though I like to create dimension to my face, and I'm going to apply there. So this is to create some luminosity, but also I'm covering, like I have like one breakout here, not being very nice. I like to go down onto my nose, so to make my nose a bit like slimmer, and I will show you as well how I'm getting even slimmer. It's just like the first phase. Around my nose, because this is usually where we have some redness. So I'm covering it like this. And you can decide like, and then just covering like, you know, any imperfection that I have, pimples, breakout, whatever that you want to hide. I will just like go like this. Okay. And then I can use I'm going to use my fingers and also the brush just to blend everything well. So with my ring finger, I'm going to go like here and just tap and kind of go like all over. And you see here as well. So again, and I like to get it down a bit. So I already look fresher than before. And I will do the same here on the side. So I like to go down a bit like around the nose, because this will create some, you know, luminosity, and basically the luminosity is creating by a rectangle. So from here and there. And then I will do the same here. So you can use like, you know, a brush, or you can use your ring finger or any finger or a beauty sponge, you know, if you prefer, if you don't like to use your fingers. But again, this is because this is the morning. We try to do like something quick. Again, I feel like now a brush is easier and faster, and just around my nose here. And again, I'm blending any parts. So here I can see I still have some. And with what I have left, I will apply a bit on my eyelid to conceal any discoloration that I may have. Right? Okay, so once this is done, I like to apply a powder. So this is a compact powder. This is the Marc Jacob, but you can find like many others. Dior Backstage, you know, doing good ones. Charlotte Tilbury, those are my favorites. You can find like good products as well, you know, at Kiko Milano also. So I'm applying this to set the concealer that I have applied and to mattify as well. As you can see, you know, like from before, my skin is much more like matte. Before it was a bit like shiny and in front of a camera. You don't want this. Or even like, you know, when you're going out, like you don't want to shine, you want to look good, but not to shine. And then I like to, so there are two things. So I'm going to do the eyebrows, and for the eyebrows, I'm only going to use like a gel, because My eyebrows at the moment, you know, they seem quite fine, but you can definitely use an eyebrow pencil if you need to fill the gap. And the way that I'm applying my eyebrow gel is just to brush them up, because I feel it gives like, I don't know, just to create a bit more glam. And you can see as well, this is quite the trend at the moment. So I like to do the same on me. And for my eyebrows, that's it. I would not do more. But if you need to fill any gap within your eyebrow, then you can use an eye pencil and really, like, you know, quickly on it. Moving on, I will be using a mascara. And for me personally, I love mascara that are creating volume. And you're just going to apply. This one is the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lashes Volume 2. And it really helps just to create like the volume that you want. So you can see from one eye to another. And I have indeed already like some mascara from before, but just this is just going to create a bit more defined eyes. So you do this. This one takes a bit more time because I really want to have like more volumes onto my lashes. And then I would apply the same underneath. So I'm trying not to do like any funny face while applying my mascara. But yeah, up. So I would say, like, you know, in terms of eyes, we're good. And then I will be using a blush, but this blush is a cream blush. And why I'm using like a cream blush, it's because I feel it's easier and faster to apply. You can literally doing like in less than 2 minutes. Like, so you see, I'm just applying here on the high cheek, on the apple cheek actually, and then here on the other side. Okay, and then either you want to use your finger or you want to use a brush. Me, usually I always have a brush like with me. Oh, here it seems to be a bit more. And then I will tap and then moving it like upwards, okay, to lift your face. And this is just like creating like a bit more like definition. Still, it looks like quite, you know, natural. And then I will show you how you can do to give more definition to your skin. Like this. And with the same foundation brush where I have the blush, I like to apply it a bit on my eyelid, because this will give a bit of shade and monochrome look. To give more definition, I'm applying a powder bronzer, and we will create some contour. The reason why I didn't apply it before, it's because this is a powder, and usually you apply the powder after any cream or liquid product. So this one like this, I'm using an angled brush, and this is where I'm going to start some contouring. So the contour is basically to put forth some part of your face, and the way that I'm doing it is just underneath my cheekbone here. So as you can see, this is more or less like the line that I'm going to use from the top of my ear towards the outer corner of my mouth. Okay, and you should feel the, how do you say, you should feel the cheekbone here. So I'm going to apply it like this, and again upward. I don't mind to apply it just above the blush that I've already applied, because I want everything to look very well blended. I had one of my clients on Thursday night and she told me, yeah, I know, Laura, you know, you want and you love everything well blended. I said, yes. So I'm going to show you, like, this is one side and this is the side I haven't applied yet. So I'm not sure if you can see it well, but it's really giving like more definition to one side than the other. So I'm going to apply on the other side here. So again, you have the cheekbone, so apply it like on here, upwards, and a bit on the temple as well. And also will help like to look a bit more bronzy, like and to look like fresher. And then I will move on to my nose. So the nose, I will do it like on both sides of the nose bridge here, and real alongside. So basically what I'm doing is I'm pressing with the brush, and I'm doing it like on both sides, just to give like more definition. Like this. And then I will put it some on my forehead to look like, you know, if I spend like 10 hours under the sun, which is not the case, though I'm living in Dubai. I'm not spending my days under the sun. And yeah, so you see here, it just giving like another kind of, you know, frame and definition to my face. And then I will do here as well on the jawline to give more definition. So this is how you can create a nice jawline as well, is with some bronzer or contouring product. So from the face, I'm all set. And now I can apply a lipstick and it's more like a lip balm. This is a tinted one. I think this is one of the major trends for this summer. It's not lipstick. It's really more like, you know, tinted balm. And this one is a bit more like pinkish. And this would be my day look, literally. Now, if you are going to have a meeting, I can suggest you to apply probably more of a red lipstick if you want. I think this will give you like a bit more power. I mean, you can apply a red lipstick and then just to make it like a bit less reddish if, you know, you're not into like, if you're not into red. But I'm going to apply like this red just to show you how this. Can you all see me? Yeah, okay. And so I have applied it on top of the lip balm, which is fine. This will avoid having my lips being dehydrated. If you are having meetings all day long, I would advise you to, so you can see, it's just giving like, it's giving another look. You feel like more confident or more powerful. Usually, you know, when I had to meet my CEO or some private equities or investors, I like to use red lipstick just to give me like more power. And what I was saying, if you have meetings all day long, then I would advise you to use a lipstick that is long lasting, like those lip stain. This is how we call it, like in the industry. They're usually like liquidy. They're being applied with this kind of wand. And yeah, so this is one way, like for meetings. And how can you change this look into a night look? you can have like, I'm going to show you like different ways, all depending, you know, if you prefer to have something a bit more softer, I would say, or otherwise a bit more dramatic, but not too dramatic neither. So I've taken my bronzer and I'm going to apply with the same brush just here on my eyelid. And this is already going to give some more definition. So I would say that this is, so can you see the difference? This is like a first step for when you go out, you know, after work, like you don't really have time, but still you still want to look like amazing and nice. And then you can use the same brush and to put it like right under your lower lash line. And for me, this would be like a look that I could definitely go with for like a night out. If you want something a bit more, I like to use some sticks and eyeshadow sticks to put on the eyes. Let me just get one, and I'm with you like right away. If I can find it, this would be my go-to, but I don't have it with me for some reason. Okay, it's okay. You can use either a stick or you can use another eyeshadow. I would say that will give you a bit more definition and depth onto your skin. So I'm going to use a Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow paint, and then here you see like it's quite dark. I don't need like much, only this, and I'm going to apply it onto my eyelid like very gently, and to create a smoky eye actually. So, and you will see even with the red lipstick, it can perfectly fine. So I'm applying a bit. If I want to have a bit more, I will apply a bit more and then blend, because blending is key. And I quite love this look. It might look a bit dark on the, how to say, on the camera, but in real, it's like amazing. So I will just be removing a bit in here, like this, if I need to, and taking my foundation brush just to remove any imperfection. So you see, so this is what I would do, and I would do the same on the other side. What I like about those eyeshadows is it also creates some luminosity on the sky, on the eye, sorry. So this one, I really like them. I mean, this is one way of doing like your night, you know, makeup. It's only like to give you like an example. If you feel that the red lipstick is too much, you can remove it and put a nude lipstick. This is probably like a look, you know, for red carpet, to be honest. So I'm going to show you, and just to remove the this lipstick, the red lipstick that we use more like, you know, when you have an important meeting, I'm going to remove it and to show you how it looks like with a nude lipstick, which I think you're probably going to tend more to go with, right? Okay, so I'll show you with a nude lipstick. And the one that I'm going to use is one of my favorites. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. It goes like to everyone. So you see, this is a nude one. And it's matte. So this is a night look. So this is the kind of tips that I wanted to share with you. And to finish, don't forget to use a fixing spray like this one. You have many ones. You can go at MAC, you can go at Sephora, you can go, this one is Anastasia Beverly Hills, it's called like Dewy Set. And I'm going to spray. I'm going to leave it dry. Probably look a bit shiny for now, but this will help the makeup to hold all day long. So if you have any questions, this is the end of the tutorial. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any question, please let me know. I would be so happy to answer them.
Fantastic, Laura. Yeah, sorry, my microphone was still muted. Fantastic, amazing. You look great. Now I can't wait to see the pictures also of my students, because I can't wait also to see the outcomes of your tutorial. It was really very interesting, super interesting. Thank you so much, and you look gorgeous. So yes, definitely we have, can you hear me, Laura? I lost you for a second, I think.
Sorry, just 1 second. I don't know what
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay. We have collected the questions. Yes, we have a lot of questions. So just a second, I will share them with you. So here we have the first question. I will write down so that also our students can have the chance to look at them. Okay, perfect. The first question from Valentina says, do you suggest different foundation depending of type of skin? Yes, it was interesting you said, but if you just want to remind, because it's something very important to know.
Definitely. So me as a makeup artist, I'm using I have in my kit different kind of foundation. So if you don't want to have like too much on your skin, I would suggest you can use like a BB cream or CC cream to auto-correct your imperfection. If you have more on an oily skin, I would advise like a foundation that would give more mattify finishing. Dior, they have like all sorts, but you also have like the Charlotte Tilbury that I like to use. If you want something like in between, I love to either I'm using this one, but a very little amount, or I'm going to use the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk foundation. This is one of my favorite ones, but indeed, if you have a dry skin, use a foundation that will give you like more moisturizer, because you need that. And if you have a dry skin, the most important is the skin care. So all the skincare steps, this is for me the essential.
Okay, thank you so much. Another question from Katia states, is it possible to mix up different colors of foundation?
Absolutely. What I'm doing again as a makeup artist and in my kit, I don't have like a shade for each of my clients. I have to mix to create the right shade. And I think this is an excellent question, because you would have a shade that you are using during summertime that is usually like a bit darker. You would have a shade that you use during winter time, a shade lighter during winter time, because you're losing your tan from your summer. So maybe like in between those seasons, like in spring and autumn, you can mix those two, and then you can get like the right foundation shade.
Very good, great, thank you. Another question from Deborah. What kind of concealer should be used to cover dark circles?
So to cover the dark circle, what you have to do is to correct first. And it's not only with a simple concealer. So when you have dark circle, you have to use a tint or a shade that will be between peachy to orangey, all depending how dark is your dark circles. So this is what I'm doing, not on a daily basis. Honestly speaking, I don't have time to correct, at least on me, to correct and then to put my concealer. But on my clients, I'm using indeed correctors. So I'm mixing with what can let me show you, like, because I think it's an interesting question, and we are kind of all dealing, you know, with this. So
yeah, I do think that the problem, let's say, of eye bags is quite common,
yes,
isn't it, ladies?
indeed. So to tell you, like, this is just an example. Up. So I'm using it a lot. That's why I know. So this is more like a peachy.
Okay, yeah.
That I would use on a skin that is from fair, so light, to medium. Okay, and then you can mix it, or you can apply it as well, something that is going to be a bit more orangey, that I'm going to show you now. So like this, but this is when you have very dark circles.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice. Thank you so much.
Once you have this, then you can apply your concealer.
Very good. Another question, I think it is from Deborah as well. Deborah, yes, a lot of questions in makeup. Great. Is it right to put blush on our forehead to look more rested? To look, I mean, to have a fresher look. This one I didn't know.
No, I didn't know either. I would not recommend that. I would definitely recommend like a bronzer, like, you know, here, to look like, you know, more, I don't know, more, I don't want to use this, but yeah, more fresh. And definitely, like, the blush for me is a must, because this is just finishing the whole look. So when you apply the blush, apply it here and then extend it like upwards.
Yeah, as you showed before.
Yeah.
Very good. Great. Thank you, Deborah, for this question. Maybe it is something that some makeup artist, I don't know, or somebody has recommended and she just wanted to check. Very good. Another question, just a second. Oh my God, really a lot. This one, I think that you have already explained during the video, but just to, remind a little bit, because it's something interesting. How can I choose the exact concealer for my skin?
Okay, so in terms of skin, we have 3 types of skin tones. You would have a pink undertone, yellow undertone, and then neutral undertone. The neutral undertone is going to be in between the pink and the yellow one. So for instance, me, I have more like a neutral undertone. I can get red under the sun, but I'm also tanning. Okay, so this is one thing to keep in mind. Then the way that you're going to choose your concealer is going to be like 1 shade lighter than your skin tone. And when I say concealer, it's when you're going to want to highlight those parts, like under the eyes, on the forehead, around the nose, on the chin, and on the nose bridge. If you want to conceal, meaning if you want to hide some part of your face because you have imperfection, then I would advise you to use the same shade as your skin tone.
Great, fantastic. Thank you so much. Another question here, really, we do have a lot. This one, I don't remember the name. This one was Monica. Yes, Monica is asking, do you think that red lipstick suits everyone?
I think that more like the question, more like to suit everyone is, would everyone feel confident and comfortable? I would say, like, not confident, but comfortable to wear a red lipstick. So I think this is like, if I can talk about me, it's really depending of my mood. If I'm in a mood that, you know, I don't want like a lot of people to see me, then I would not use a red lipstick, because my lips are already, you know, quite generous. So when I put a lips, as you could see, when I put a red lipstick, this is the only thing that you can see on my face. And therefore, like, even having like that type of makeup would be like a bit too much. So I think, you know, I mean, don't be afraid, you know, of red lipstick. No, I think it's amazing. It gives you like such like a glamorous style, and if I may, so like sometimes a bit sexy, you know, if you need it to. So yeah, just try. You have different kind of shade as well of red lipstick. Some of them with a tint of blue that I love, because it gives like really this glam look. But if you prefer like orangey, or if you prefer like a bit like darker, you have all kind of shade for red lipstick.
Very good, thank you. Yeah, I mean, you got the point. I do agree with you. Another question was, what did you use to create the smoky eyes?
So I've used an eyeshadow pot, and it is a creamy one. I'm going to show you.
Yeah, we can see it. Perfect.
Okay. And this is so useful. It's like the sticks, to be honest. So you only dip your finger onto it, and then you apply it. You smudge a bit, you blend, and that's it. So it really took me like, I don't know, maybe 1 minute over to apply, to do like 2 eyes. This is so useful, really so useful. So you can look at any brand. It doesn't need to be Charlotte Tilbury. It can be like any other brand. You go to Sephora and you will find some.
Very good, great, thank you. Another question. I like the lipstick which that you have in this moment. What is the color and what is the brand?
Okay, so the brand is Charlotte Tilbury, and again, I'm not sponsored by this brand, but this I have like something special for this brand. So Charlotte Tilbury, and the shade is Pillow Talk. So it's like
Pillow Talk. Wow, nice. Pillow Talk.
Pillow Talk. You know, when you're like in bed and
amazing name.
And the shade is just gorgeous. Look at
fantastic.
This. Yeah.
So, wow, I think that it is very easy to keep in mind. Pillow Talk. Great. Thank you. Another question, very interesting. Sorry, girls, I'm not always repeating the names because I have the names and the question on 2 different screens. How is the best way to define thin eyebrows?
So you can use powder product, and why powder product? Because it will give like more thickness. It will create a bit more thickness onto your eyebrows. So use some powder, go over it, just onto the hairs, not necessarily like to define, but just onto the hair to give like more thickness to your eyebrows. And then if you want, you can, just to give like more definition, you can use an eye pencil like this that is quite thin, but can really like work onto the precision. So if you're not used to do your eyebrows, I think this is one of the best, because it's difficult like to how do you say to make any mistake. And then you would use like an eyebrow gel that will allow your eyebrows just to stay in place.
Easy.
Yeah.
Perfect. Another question. I have green eyes. Maura, I think, if I remember well. I have green eyes. Could I put a green eyeshadow on my eyelid, or should I create a contrast?
What I love with the green eyes is 2 kinds of shade in terms of eyeshadow. The one that I feel is very flattering is when you use a more purple or aubergine shade, because it will make your eyes like pop. And I think this is amazing, like for when you're going out like in the evening, and that's going to be like the pretty much the situation like in Italy now. But you can also use a more brownish eyeshadow. And when I say brown, I would say like more like a warm brown eyeshadow.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Good piece of advice. Sure. Another question, the final one, I think, so far. Is it correct to remove the impurity on our faces every week? I don't know here, Daniela, what you're talking about, if you're talking about like facial treatments or just masks, or in any case, Laura, what is your suggestion about,
yeah, the way that
take care of our skin?
Yeah, exactly. So you have to, honestly, it's a must to remove your makeup every day, okay? Because otherwise it's going to clog your pores, and this can create some pimples and breakouts afterward. So
Yeah.
I love using oil, a face oil, to remove a first layer of my makeup, and then I would use a cleanser. So it can be a foam cleanser, it can be a gel cleanser, all depending of your skin type. And then I would use a toner. So here I have like a toner. It's a moisturizing toner by Caudalie, but you can find like pretty much like a lot of
Toner.
a toner, yes. Just to rebalance your pH level in your skin. Then you apply your skincare, okay? Going back to the impurity, what I'm doing every week is indeed I'm doing a clay mask to remove impurities from the pores. And then I like to use some nose patch or face patch to remove any blackhead or whitehead. And this I'm doing it on a weekly basis. And then I would do another mask to create like more radiance, to remove any dead cell skin. And then I would use like a moisturizing mask.
Amazing. Yes, sure. I think that then I'm talking about myself. After, growing up, let's say, don't want to specify an age, but growing up, the skincare routine is something that, we have to deal with. Otherwise, I really feel on my skin that growing up, I need to take care more about the skin. So definitely, yes. So I really like the fact that you are providing very specific terminology. And I just want to remind my students, just a second, I want to share the file with them. I just want to remind them that we have prepared for them a glossary. So you will find the usual glossary. What is going on? Wait a second. Doesn't want to show properly. Okay. Okay, as you can see, guys, we have prepared this cosmetic vocabulary booster glossary that is it is always at your disposal, and here you will find a lot of words, all the words, the terminology that Laure has used today during our tutorial session. And here I have also reported Laure's contact information. So in case you want to reach her, here is where you can get in contact with her. Laure, what to say? It has been an amazing session. Thank you so much for your time. It has been great to have you here today. I really had a lot of fun, and I'm pretty sure my ladies here and in the virtual class had too. Thank you so much again. Here, I wanted to conclude reporting all the contact details to follow Laure, who is delivering videos, stories, sharing what she's doing, and very, very useful pieces of information of her social media. So again, Laure, thank you so much for your time. It has been great to have you here.
Thank you for having me. It was a real pleasure, and I'm so happy if I could help any of you in terms of makeup, in terms of skincare. Don't hesitate to go onto my Instagram, to follow me, to look at the different videos and makeup tutorials. I have videos on how to do your eyebrows as well, if you're interested.
Fantastic.
And, yes, and drop me any direct message, DM if you have any further questions.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. You're so kind. So guys, I do recommend you to follow Laure for further makeup, let's say, pieces of advice and super useful suggestions. I do wish you an amazing weekend, an amazing Sunday, and I can't wait to see the pictures of the outcomes of your makeup. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Laure. Enjoy your Sunday. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.